Today, let's revise few topics in Module 2 related to assembly language programming, ARM programming. So let's start with the load and store instructions. All of you know that load and store instructions are used between memory and the processor. Load and store instructions mainly transfer data between memory and the processor registers. There are different types of load store instructions. You know in general what does a load and store does. Load instruction is used for loading the contents from the memory to the processor, whereas store instructions will store the contents of the processor back to the memory. So here there are three types of load store instructions in ARM. That is single register transfer, multi-register transfer, and swap. Let's take one by one. Single register transfer instruction. Here only a single data item is moved from source to the destination. So far whatever we have taken examples, they all belong to single register transfer. Now the data types supported are signed and unsigned words, half words, and bytes. So it supports varying size of data. It could be an unsigned word that is 32-bit or half word which is of 16 bits, and bytes, which is of 8 bits. So here are the various load store single register transfer instructions. So if you see here, you can see the syntax. LDR is the instruction that is loading. STR is storing. And condition, these condition is in flag brackets, means it's optional. So condition means the different types of flags we'll be discussing here. Carry flag, whether it is plus or minus. Again, this you would have studied in the first module. So that is optional. If you want, you can have, otherwise not necessary. B is a branching, even that is optional. RD is a destination, and the addressing. This addressing we will see the coming slide. There are different types of addressing. The same thing here also we can see LDR. This is either LDR or STR. Now let's take LDR and condition. And what are the different types? Here we can have data types. It can be signed byte or half word or signed half word. And again, it is destination and the addressing mode. Store, again, it is same thing, condition. And here we can have half word and then destination. And this is the syntax. So let's see within examples. Now let's take LDR and STR instructions can load and store on a boundary alignment that is same as a data type size being loaded or stored. So here I would like to take the example of a 32-bit processor. You know that in case of 32-bit processor, you can store 4 bytes in each address. So means every address will have one byte. So the difference between one address to another address will be the difference of 4. So you're seeing if it is a 32-bit processor, how the memory is aligned with the addresses. The memory will have the addresses like 0. What is the next address? It is not 1, it is 4. Again, next 8, because your processor is 32-bit. So the memory alignment will be the addresses, whatever the memory will be having, will be with the difference of 4. So it starts with 0 and the next address is 4 and the next address is 8 and so on. It just proceeds like that. So in the 0th address, it will hold 1 byte. First address, it will hold another byte. Second address, it will hold another byte. Third, and another one. So overall put together. So 0th address means overall 0 to 4, there will be 4 bytes of data. Again from 4 to 8, there will be another 4 bytes of data. Again 8, so it proceeds, another 4 bytes of data and so on. So this example, this usually here also we take the example of 32-bit processors only, because in ARM, whatever we are studying, it is a 32-bit ARM. We can also have a 64-bit or the 8-bit, even that combinations also you can have. So this example shows a load. This example shows a load from a memory address contained in register R1, followed by a store back to the same address in the memory. So now let's take an example, LDR R0, R1. So if you see here, R0 is a destination, R1 is a source, and R1 is actually in a bracket, means it is actually holding the memory address. So for example, if R1 is holding 1000, the contents of that 1000 will be moved on to R0. So how many bit? So usually it will be 32-bit. Now here also store. In case of store, it is a reverse. So this is a source and this is a destination. In case of load, this is a source and R0 is a destination. In case of stores, it is reverse. So R0 is a source and R1 is a destination. So the contents of register R0 will be moved to the memory address here pointed by R1. In this case, load, the R1 is holding the memory address. The contents of that will be moved on to the processor register R0. So this is all about the load and store. Now let's talk about the addressing mode. So here in this slide, I was discussing about the addressing. So let's continue with the addressing modes. The ARM instruction set provides different modes of addressing. One is called as pre-index with write back, other one is pre-index, and the other one post-index. So there are three types of addressing modes. What is pre-index with write back? So how will you denote it? So anything, so let us take an example itself, LDR. R0 is a destination, R1 is a source, it's in bracket. And here you are using an exclamatory symbol. This indicates a write back. Means if you don't, let us take a simple example, R1. So we are trying to load the contents of R1 to R0. Now R1, whatever it is, it will be added with the contents of the offset value, that is 4. Let's take an example. R1 is holding 1000. Now it gets added with 4. So what is it? 1004. And that 1004 is in bracket. So the contents present in 1004 will be returned to R0. This one you have studied in the addressing modes. Same concept here also. But now what will be the contents of R1? Earlier it was 1000. But now since it is write back, R1, the newer value of R1 will be 1004. So first thing is it will add 1000 will be added with 4. 1004 contents will be loaded with R0. The contents of 1004 will be loaded with to R0. But R1 what is holding? It was holding address 1000. But now it is writing back. So what is the newer value of R1? It is 1004. Now let's take another example, pre-index. But here it is without write back. So how it will be? So let's take the same example, 1000, and it gets added with 4, 1004. Again, the contents of 1004 is returned to R0, the contents. But what is R1 holding? It was earlier holding 1000. Now also it will hold 1000 only because there is no write back. There is no write back. So this is the actual difference between the first one and the second one. We'll take some more examples in the coming slides. Now let's go to the post index. In case of post index, it is something like post increment. First, what you do, you take the contents of R1. What is the contents of R1? R1 is 1000. The contents present in 1000, first it will be moved to R0. And later R1 gets incremented by 4. So if it is R1 is holding 1000, now what is the newer address? It is 1004. But R0 will be containing the contents of the previous address. So pre-index with write back calculates an address from a base register plus the offset address. Here we are giving the offset here. And then updates that address base register with the newer address. In case of write back. In contrast, the pre-index, if you're not using write back, then the pre-index does not, means it will not update the address base register. In case if you're not using write back. In case of post index, it updates the address, but after the address is used. The pre-index mode is useful for accessing an element in the data structure. The post-index and pre-index with the write-back modes are very much useful for traversing an array. Maybe the data structures you would have seen how it is useful. Now let's take another example here. Now let's see the example here. R0 is holding the value 00. R1, it is not 90, there's a mistake, it's 9000. Now let's see what is the content present in 9000. The contents present in 9000 is this 0101. It's all 32-bit. 0x, you know that it's a hexa value. Now this is what is the content present in 9004. We are just taking two memory location contents. Here R0 and R1 are the register. What is R0 holding? 0. R1 holding 9000. Just right, as I said, there's a small mistake, it's 9000. Now let's see what is the content present in 9000. The content present in 9000 is 0101001. What is the content present in 9004? 02020202. These are the two memory contents. Now first let us take with pre-index with write back. So what is the symbol? LDR R0 comma R1 comma hash 4 and exclamatory. So it is write back. This exclamatory informs it is a write back. So let's analyze how it works. First, the R1 contents. Now let's see what will happen. First, R1 content, which is 9000, will be added with 4. So what is the content now? 9004. The address is 9004. The contents present in 9004, what is it? 02020. That will be loaded to R0. So now what is the R0 value? 0202002. Now what is the newer value of R1? Because it is write back. Earlier it was 9000. Now it will be 9004. What is the newer value of R1? It is 9004. So this is pre-index with write back. Let's take only pre-index. So I'm not using write back. Let's analyze the same thing. R1 is 9000. Add with 4. So what is it? 9004. The contents present in 9004 is what? 02020. This will be moved on to R0. So what is R0 holding? After the operation, it is 02020. But R1, there is no pre-index. R1 earlier was 9000. Now also it will be 9000 only. So now let's analyze the third category, post-indexing. Post-indexing is very simple. What is R1 holding? R1 was actually holding 9000. 9000. First, the contents of that, see the bracket, it's here only, no, it's not extended. So R1, what is the contents of R1? 9000. That contents, that is what? 0101. That will be loaded to R0. So what is R0 holding? 01010101. After sending the data, now R1 gets added with 4. Now what is the address of R1? It is 9004. So R1 is holding 9004. So this is another example of load store instruction. So let's see the syntax, overall syntax. So single register load transfer. So if you see here pre-indexing, this is what we were seeing, pre-indexing without write back, pre-indexing with write back, and post-index. So in each category, we have 3 types. Means I can pre-index with immediate offset, pre-index with register offset, pre-index with scaled offset. So here there is no write back. Means whatever the offset value, here the previously we took the offset value directly hash 4. So there can be plus or minus the offset value. It can go up to 12. So instead of hash 4, you can give hash 8 hash. So you can give that. Now this is one method, giving the offset value. What is another method? Another method, I can specify the register only. So here we took an example of R1 comma hash 4. Instead I can tell LDR R0 comma R1 comma R2. I can put that some value in R2 and I can specify here. So that is what is the indication here. So plus or minus means I can either add or I can either subtract. That is what is the meaning. The other one, so one is the offset like hash 4. Other one I can specify the registers directly. And the third category is what? Scaling, shift. I can take the register and I can shift towards left or right. That is the third category. So this 3 types is applicable for pre-index with write back also. How is it? See here you don't have write back, but here it's pre-index. Same way I can use offset here for write back. I can use register for write back. I can use scaling for a write back. Coming to post-index, same thing. Post-index, I can use offset here. I can use register or I can scale the register values. So whatever the examples I was taking, it is for load store. Syntax, this is the syntax. This is the syntax. The same thing, you can put an analogy here. If you put an analogy here, you can convert the same 3 things. Now I'm going with pre-index with write back. So how it will be? I can write LDR R0 comma R1 comma hash 4 with write back. This is what with the offset value. This other one is LDR R0 comma R1 comma R2. This is with register. How will the scale will be? LDR R0 comma R1 comma R2 LSR. See, you're shifting towards right. How many times? 4 times. Next, logical shift right. Next, all these 3 methods is applicable for pre-index, but no write back. See, you're not seeing exclamatory here. So how it is? LDR, R0, R1, see here, 04. Again, immediate value. This is with the register value. This is with the scale. Same thing. It is just one. If you understand, the rest all you have to just replicate it. Post index, you're seeing R0, R1, same. This is with the immediate value, register, and the scale index. So whatever I discussed till now, it is load. Apply for store, but store you doesn't have scaled index. You have only immediate value and the register. So this pre-index with write back, you have not 3 methods, 2 methods. One is storing. So this is the source. The contents of R0 is moved on to some memory address. That memory address is given by R1 content added with offset value 4. Since it is pre-index, it will write back to R1. Other one, store. So this is a source, this is a destination. The destination address will be adding these two. And this will, it is exclamatory. So writing back, you're writing back it to R1. So pre-index without write back. So same thing, you're going to replicate it with the immediate value and register, but you're not going to write back. The other one is post-index. Again, there is an immediate value and the register. So all these things, whatever we have studied so far, it is all with single value. Multiple value we will see in the next topic.